Hello, this is Sherry from WholeFoodsFamily.com. In my last video, I was explaining to you a little bit about my course, Nourishing through the Childbearing Years, and I kind of got cut off 3/4 of the way, and I was just explaining about Class 3, how we're going to be looking at digestion as the seed of good health, and I had also mentioned that we are going to be talking about preventing cavities in our children, in addition to treating fevers naturally. One of the other important pieces of that course, or that class, is that we're going to be going through Susan Weed's 6 Steps of Healing. And this is an excellent model to empower mamas to know that they are able to embrace natural medicine in a way that's safe and in a way that's effective. So, for example, Susan Weed's 6 Steps of Healing starts with the 0, do nothing. And walks through the different types of medicine that we can use that is less invasive than immediately going to a drug or some sort of suppressive type of therapy. So it gives us a model in which to linearly walk through different steps of healing so that we can know in the end that we've done everything that we can to make sure that we're healing ourselves and our children in a very gentle way. And then if we need to use more invasive therapies like drugs and surgery, we feel confident that we've made the right choice. And Class 4 is about nourishing our child on the soul level. So we're going to first begin by talking about how, as mothers, we can deepen into our femininity and how that can help us to be able to just be in the home and find ourselves more present to our children. And that's just a very feminine aspect. When we're being that, we're typically very much in our feminine. So we're going to talk about how we can deepen into our feminine when we're in the home. So one way of doing that is by creating sacred space. So we're going to sit together and we're going to talk about what that looks like for each one of us and get ideas from one another and then hopefully take it home and actually take those inspired ideas and put them into action. In addition, we're going to talk about the soul needs of children. So what do children need on the soul level to feel calm and happy during their childhood? So some of the things that we're going to talk about come out of the Waldorf tradition. So that's free play, modeling, rhythm. And we're going to talk about how we can practically bring that into our lives. And we're going to talk about the challenges of rhythm, because a lot of us, we already know that having a rhythm as a mom can be really beneficial for our days and how we manage our energy. But we find that it's really difficult. I don't actually know any women who tell me that having a rhythm is really simple for them. And we're going to talk about the challenges with that and why it seems to be so hard. And we're going to talk about our resistance that we have around rhythms. And I'm going to share with you my perspective on rhythms. And I think it's a really empowering perspective that will, in many ways, free you up to just continue on the path and continue with that intention without feeling bad about the times when you're not doing it or that you forget. And just to remember that rhythm is a practice. It's not something that you decide, this is going to work for me, and one day suddenly you're following a rhythm for the rest of your life. But we're going to keep going back to it because it is so important as mothers, and it is important in life in general. And it's a really important practice to pass on to our children so that they don't struggle with it the way we do. And that's part of what modeling is. As a mother, is to model for the children things that can make their lives so much easier, because they don't have to think about it. They're just doing it. They're just living it. And that frees up so much time and so much space and so much energy for them to fulfill their life purpose when they have those rhythms and structures in place in their life. And we get to feel good knowing that, when our children go off to university or to whatever they're doing in the world, that they really know how to take care of themselves and they have those healthy rhythms to fall back on in their eating and then their sleeping and just in their way of coming back to their center. We're also going to talk about dinner table drama, some of the problems that we might have at the dinner table with our children, and talk about how we can create a really peaceful dinner time environment which is also so important for their digestion. We are going to talk about sweet things and how we tend to resist our children's desire for sweet things, and I've kind of grown to have a different perspective on that, and I really believe that our children do need sweet things. It's just a matter of upgrading the quality of the sweet things that we're giving them, and the moderation that we're giving it to them in. So I feel that that's really important, as well as creating connection with nature and things for our children to look forward to, surprises. We're going to just talk about all these different things that we can do to nurture our child's soul. It's very, very simple things that we can adopt with regularity in our life that gives them something, a future to look forward to. Things that so you know how children are with surprises. They love surprises. So we're going to talk a lot about how we can create a rhythm in their life that they know that they have these special occasions and things to look forward to. So that's just a little bit about what we're going to cover in the fourth class that focuses on nourishing the child on the soul level, because we know that nourishing on them in the body is very, very important as well, but oftentimes what I've noticed as a mom who's been very conscious about my child's diet and wanting to have natural toys in the home to protect them from toxins, for example, that come with the toys that are plastic, but also I've been concerned about wanting them to have a lot of imagination and free play. So, but what I've also found is that in our culture, when it's difficult to live up to these ideals, that sometimes what we do is we tend to just take things away that we don't think that are beneficial for our children, but we forget that if we take something away, we really have to fill that space with something, and that it is so important for our children that they are not left feeling that they're missing out on things. So we're going to talk about how we can come up with ideas as women and sit together in a community and come up with ways that we can nurture our children so that they feel and we feel part of a community, and that we do things a bit differently, maybe than the people that we've grown up with or our family. And it's just so important to come together as a circle of women to share what we're going through and share our challenges and share our journey together and share ideas, and come up with support systems with one another. So basically that's the course in a nutshell. If you're interested in learning more about it, go to my website. It's wholefoodsfamily.com, and click on classes and scroll down to Nourishing the Childbearing Years, and click through there, and you'll come to a full syllabus for the course to find out absolutely everything that you're actually going to be learning in this course, because even though my videos are long, I did not cover every detail. So anyways, I hope that you find this intriguing, and would love to see you at one of my classes.